Storm is brewing. Storm is brewing. A lot of y'all don't feel it. A lot of y'all don't see it. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't even see the signs. Y'all are so far gone. But a storm is brewing. And you know what? I flip flop between, like, rebel and damn it, it's gonna take something falling from the sky before balance is restored. Truly. Because I think we've also been infected with this mindset of this particular system of living or this way of living. We're not even living in harmony with the planet. And pre the last 2,000 years, or closer, we every empire, everybody else lived in harmony. Many empires or many villages and things like that in Africa, going back hundreds of thousands of years, lived in harmony. And I just think that, you know, um, sometimes I just think that, man, that's just what's really gonna happen. What needs to happen, so that way you have no structure. None of the structures are the way they are, like the Book of Eli or something like that, where it's just after a catastrophic event. There's no cell phones and internet and none of this, because that's I feel like sometimes I just feel like that's what's going to take before order is restored. Because I sit up and think about it, like, what, black people are, they just erected a fucking white man's face statue in Nigeria, a white man's image that they used to depict the image of Yeshua or Jesus, if that person's real. We're just gonna go with it, okay? Tallest thing. Now, they said something about uniting the faiths, but where's the fucking big black ass Negro Mandingo Jesus religious figure statue? How you gonna make that first, and then it just Africa is gone. Africa is not the whole continent, but fair amount of majority. If they got a banking system, the same, owned by the same peoples, the only one here. Yeah, it's too Americanized. I see Africans wanting to, they gain wealth and they want to buy shit that ain't even African. Like, I mean, don't make me a millionaire or something like that. My shit gonna look like Coming to America. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have zebras and shit. I'm all type. My furniture is gonna be all African ethnic. I don't want, I may, old artifacts and things that's, I might have a few paintings of this and that and the third, just, as far as wealth is concerned, European or something like that. But my house decorate, anyway, I sometimes feel that way, because I just think that, we talking about tearing down the system. Okay, only really, that system is well connected, and the system doesn't even, people really get to really figuring things out. The system doesn't end in America. It doesn't even originate in America. Doesn't originate in Europe either. Okay, and doesn't originate in England either. Though England and America are, part of their two major important key nations. We're the military, and England's the financial center. That's another video, because a lot of y'all are asleep on that. So, but until that threat is resolved, then yeah. But as far as what are we gonna do here? Okay, we can't march and don't do shit. Doesn't do shit. We can't get political offices. We know that doesn't work. That's just like you going to somebody's house and trying to, have say in somebody else's crib. They're only going to restrict you to, you may be an adult, you may have some input, but that's they shit. So they're going to outflank you and outrank you, and, yeah, they may let you talk, but really They don't care what you say. I mean, there was a period of time that they purposefully did not allow black people to become congressmen and things like that. So, okay, so that's done. So you got protesting, you got picketing. Niggas won't boycott first for some reason. Y'all just scared. Y'all are so materialistic, and y'all are so wanting to live like white people. Y'all are in their construct of their way of thinking and living and existing. Y'all got to have this, and these material things that don't mean anything, but to just say you have it so you can say that you have something that they deemed to be important, or to hold some type, that means that you hold some type of stature or whatever. Money is printed, money is fake, it's dead, it's not even real. You know what I'm saying? It's not the dollar's gonna collapse anyway, man. So it's like, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? We don't want to boycott. We're picketing, we're protesting. What else are we gonna do? I mean, at this point, there's only one other thing I can say: an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And you know what? I feel like that's gonna happen regardless, because there is a movement. There is people out here that don't care anymore. They just had enough. And most of them people are of lower incomes. Okay, you're gonna see a lot of those of the war. Those are when people because those are the ones that are being messed with more. So we're gonna have a situation where it's gonna go down. It's a powder keg about to happen, and you got I kind of, in a way, and everybody says about the whole Rex 84 plan, martial law, and things of that nature, which, if it's true, well, so what? I mean, we just gonna lay down and still get treated. We still gonna die anyway. They gonna keep picking us off anyway. So it's like, but sometimes I'll be like, what? I kind of hope that it is. They just start hitting. They're doing this to do the martial law, so they can just start rounding us up like they did the Jews and putting us in FEMA camps, and then often people like me that are social activists and things like that, and then removing every politician from their posts, and then hauling you middle class Negroes that act like, because you moved to the birds, you got a little leverage up in your project manager, blah blah blah. You going to golfing with these motherfuckers, and they're smiling in your face, and you have a little bit more money, so you live in a certain community, so you're not profiled as much, but you're still having to shook and jive if you don't realize. You still got a code to follow by. I hope it happens, so that you motherfuckers can see and be put in a damn camp, rooms, barracks, right along with the same people that you said that you didn't want to help, ain't got shit to do with it, didn't want to give back. That's not, it's everybody pull this stuff up by the bootstrap. You condemned when they was violent. Y'all all going to slave camps and being slave labor, and some of y'all getting all. I hope that it happens. I hope it happens. At this point, it's no other thing that's going to happen. It's inevitable. So it's time to start separating the wheat from the chaff. And amongst us, motherfuckers need to stop bickering about who's this and that, and who's gay, who's Christian, look, because that's going to easily have pockets. You got to start thinking in the war terms now, because it's finna go down. So we don't need to have pockets. Okay? We need, just like they did. That's why they had a civil war afterwards. But they got together and, okay, we got a common threat. Okay, we don't need no pockets, because there's a gay motherfucker that know how to, is trained in military weaponry and no strategic shit, that we gonna need that motherfucker. Okay, so there's a Christian motherfucker that may have access to whatever. We gonna need that motherfucker. So all these niggas out here polite, and all these motherfuckers like separating and keeping this shit separated. It's war time. If y'all don't see that shit, it's time for war. Time to separate the wheat from the chaff.